walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Howard on 2nd down. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Come back. Tiger. Come back. Tiger.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They go play action now. Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And now out comes Houston. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watson on first down. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Target.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Green the line.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Now he's flushed out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back. Target.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Patriot!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Finding some room at midfield. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Black got it out, Billy. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First target, first catch, and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second is Watson. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Doug Baldwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Jackson. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Watson, dancing to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Tiger.
On 2nd and 10, Watson eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Jackson now. Off play action. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And here comes the Texans now. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Now it's Watson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical. You figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Richmond. Come back.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Here's Watson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. And
try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. Now a first carry for their fullback. And now running right through it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
All right, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll run it here. He will push his way down to about the 14. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to prove.
Out of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road That band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 28.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down, really put them behind the 8 ball.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Houston, they suffered just their second loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. That'll do it for